Our photojournalist Eli Jordan has been covering who is really considered to be probably one of the most prolific Georgian artists, one of the most famous American-born artists of our time. And out there now in Somerville, they're hosting something called Finster Fest to celebrate Howard Finster. I want to let Eli Jordan, our photojournalist, take things away and tell us a little bit more about this exciting festival. I understand you have 2 days now to get out there.
Hey, good morning, Judea. Yeah, it's Howard Finster and his art environment, Paradise Garden, and I am in the Mosaic Garden right now, and this is going on today and tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. up in Somerville. And I was recently here not too long ago, and I produced a piece, and I invite you to watch it, named Finster.
There is something that does click, that you do feel. And it's that part of that Howard Finster, whenever he talked to you, he really talked to your soul. For whatever reason, he made a connection to you. There are people in this world like that. And they just are very charismatic. They really just kind of really go to your soul. That was Howard Finster. He was born in 1916 and he passed away in 2001. Paradise Garden is a historic art environment that was created by Reverend Howard Finster, who was actually probably one of Georgia's most famous artists. He actually was a Baptist minister for most of his life. I'm Tina Cox. I'm Executive Director of Howard Finster's Paradise Garden in Somerville, Georgia. Howard, when he was 59 years old, he discovered that he had a vision and to paint sacred art. He had something spoke to him. He would like to think it was God. He moved to Pennville, a little bitty town north of Somerville, and purchased a house there in '61. And he started filling in the backyard. The backyard was a swamp, and it took 5 years of wheelbarrow loads to fill up the whole back. And then he started creating this mosaic garden. I would love to call him the original upcycler, because he was. He really understood that one man's junk is another man's treasure. He was born in 1916. He had nothing growing up. He was extremely poor.
So I heard gardens and I thought it was going to be like this beautiful manicured garden. It's kind of like the Atlanta Botanical Garden. But getting here and seeing these little sheds, it's like Alice in Wonderland. So I'm a plant person. As a biologist, I care about the plants and the flowers and the pollinators that I could see here. I like that there's water that moves through it. I like the mirrored shed right there, the mirrored bricks almost. How you walk in the room and you're surrounded by mirrors and yourself. You're seeing yourself in every corner of that. It also feels expansive, like the creative mind here is so peaceful and welcoming and expansive. It feels like in a garden landscape. I mean, we came through and there were trailer parks and commercial buildings outside, and then you come here and it's like an artist oasis.
I love it. It's beautiful. It's so uniquely American, I feel. Like a junk Garden of Eden. It's very childlike, and I don't know, that to me is so beautiful. It's, you can feel the heart. I really loved the, I guess it was the tunnel that had some of his stuff, and then just all the love that people sent to him and all the dedicated art to him.
So this gentleman pulled up in a car, and he was a Vietnam vet. After he opened his door, Howard realized he had a wheelchair. He could not get through the garden. Howard put him in a wheelbarrow, and he took him for a tour of his garden. But what was interesting is after he put the Vietnam vet back in the car, he saw it never again. That will never happen again. And so he was so kind and so nice and so in tune with mankind and people that he started the rolling chair ramp. And he's cut all the windows out of the rolling chair ramp at a perfect height. Anyone can see everything in his garden from the rolling chair ramp.
I had no idea I'd walk through and see so many signs with Bible verses. Like, he's created this whole dreamlike world, so whether you believe in the God he's preaching for or not, it really is a magical experience. And he just seems like such a kind soul, like no judgment whether his audience believes in God or not, believes in the word that he's preaching or not. It's just an art that he feels he was called to share with the world. Howard Finster used that important icon structure called the World's Folk Art Church. He used it a number of ways. He created it as his art museum and his art studio. So it served a number of purposes, and it evolved. He worked on it for a number of years in the 80s, all through the 90s, and then he closed it in 1999. And we are hoping to have the Folk Art Church open in June of next year, which is 2025. And that's the first time I've stated that, by the way.
It's the best job I've ever had. Only time I never wanted to be somewhere else. I grew up here. I met Howard when I was in the 4th grade on a field trip. The Mosaic Garden is the most historic part of the place, and there's several towers that he built. And I think those are my favorites. The hubcap towers, it's one of my favorites. I really like the way the paths kind of frame everything, the curving paths and everything.
It really is a dreamlike atmosphere. So if you like nature and art and collected pieces, I think there's something for everybody here. And it is a really welcoming space. So coming from a couple hours away in Atlanta, I would definitely come back.
This is, you know, poetry incarnate here. You can really just tell the sincerity here. It's, you know, Howard Finster, he really cared about what he was doing, and it's just so authentic. I don't know, you can't really replicate it.
And here we are back live. I'm in one of Howard's sheds. This is his bicycle shed. And, you know, when you come here, you can walk in and check it all out. And, you know, just walk around. And this is part of the Mosaic Garden. And Finster Fest is going on today and tomorrow from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. $10 to get in. If you're a Chattooga County resident, well, you get $5 to get in. And this is one of the towers, and you can see the mirrored house up there on its stilts. Judea, this is a really cool spot. If you've never been here, I would definitely suggest coming here. History's been made here. Howard Finster allowed REM to record their very first music video here, which aired on MTV back in '83. And then also the Talking Heads used Howard's art for one of their albums, Little Creatures. So it's not just associated with us here locally in Georgia, but also, too, he's worldwide known, and he's in the Smithsonian, and he's in the High. He has his own exhibit in the High. There's the mirrored house. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna wait to get up in there later on. But this is going on until through tomorrow, Sunday, till 5 p.m. Just come on out and enjoy it. Judea?
Eli, absolutely beautiful, absolutely incredible. With about 30 seconds left with us here, I do want you to tell us, how did you even find something like this? How did you know to look for it?
Well, to tell you the truth, I was trying to figure out who to do feature stories on, and my son's girlfriend, Maddie, said, you should do a piece on Howard Finster. And I was like, who's Howard Finster? And I looked him up, and I'm like, oh, well, yeah, I definitely should do a piece on him.
Yeah.
And that's how I figured it out. She got to meet him when she was a little baby. There's a picture in that story that we just aired. She's the little baby seeing Howard Finster. So that's how I found out, my son's girlfriend. Maddie told me you should do a piece on Howard Finster.
It's just so cool how you never know.
It's pretty cool.
Like living among you, all of the history that Georgia just has in it, embedded in it. Absolutely cool. Later on in the stream, for those of you guys
and I would just like to know.
Go ahead.
I'd like to know how, REM and Stipe and Talking Heads found him. Long before the internet was around.
Probably something like you. They're just in there talking to a friend, a family member, somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody, and they just, hey, why don't you go out there and shoot your music video out there? It's pretty cool. And lo and behold, they're sitting on a art gold mine here. I'm glad that they've kept up all of his pieces as well. Eli, I do have to let you go just to respect our time here on the stream and those of you people who are viewing with us. But I want to let you know, if you thought that this was cool, that is not going to be the last time you see our photojournalist Eli Jordan. He's going to be out there showing you guys Finster Fest for the rest of our stream.